Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market, seeing a little bit of improvement here on breadth overall. Let's take a look at that. Current bull market rank sitting at 74.71. That is this line right here, as high as it's been. Certainly, market conditions are also at all-time highs, and that's the good and the bad of the current market conditions. Is we are in a very nice uptrend, but we're at the upper end of that range currently. We're seeing momentum slowing the last few days as well. Still in that upper momentum zone and bullish trend. Breadth has been the biggest concern, that not a lot of other stocks have been participating in this uptrend. We are seeing a little bit of improvement there. We'll look at that chart. Sentiment also still quite bullish, the upper end of that range as well. Buy-sell ratio is improving the last couple of days here. These two working their way back together again, and we're sitting right at 0.64. So not quite above one yet, but we are seeing this work back together again. When I say that, I just mean the green line and red line working back towards a potential crossover. When they get back to that crossover point and you get green above red, that's a buy-sell ratio of 1, and that tells us that we've got a lot more participation in the overall rally, more stocks moving up than down. Right now, we're still in that buy-sell ratio less than 1, with more stocks down than up. That's that red line above green. Sentiment also towards the upper end of that range. Some additional improvement that we've been seeing here. Let's look at this S&P 500 chart first. We did see a pretty big reversal day and an engulfing pattern right here. Engulfing meaning that this candle body is covering the prior day. We're still sitting right at that support range, and then that secondary support range right at that 537 area. So to have a week, almost 2 weeks sitting in this upper range, seeing some fluctuations, but just not a lot of either real fear or panic, at least as of yet. We'll see what this week brings for us. We've got a quieter week this week with the holiday week coming in, and that could add some volatility potentially. Also, it could just continue to be muted like it has been right here. We did see a little bit of an improvement here in sectors overall. We saw a couple more bump back into that, from that hold range, that non-trending range, back up into that momentum zone, and a few still dealing with this real combination of, or mixture of, sector improvement. Don't have anything really solid across the board. Commodities also about the same as they were on Thursday and Friday. USO, which is the oil ETF, continuing to improve and showing support, seeing some bottoming tail bars at that 236 support range. So we'll see if we get some continued follow through on oil. We've also seen gold and silver, which have both been kind of just pausing here in this retracement zone and looking for some more footing. That's the silver chart, and then the gold chart is very similar right here as well. So a little bit of a move higher a couple of days ago from gold. See if you can hold these ranges currently. Some of the new buy list stocks are really good-looking stocks. AppLovin, CLS, My Trip, Make My Trip, MOD, which has been a big mover up there as well. If we look at a chart of APP, you've got a nice solid move in that upper momentum zone. Not a real solid confirmation bar here, but back up into that buy zone, and that's the area that we can anticipate or look for continued momentum. Oftentimes there is some resistance areas here. We certainly could see some resistance, but nice overall setup. A great company that's really seeing a lot of growth right now. And also CLS, which is in that electronic manufacturing space, computer technology, and some of those stocks have been retracing along with NVIDIA the last few sessions as well. We'll see what we get out of some of these leading stocks currently, and keep an eye on this list of these higher ranked stocks that are moving back into that momentum zone and that upper area of the chart pattern, which is this location here. When we're talking about that momentum zone, we're talking about this area here from the 236 retracement on a 6-month time frame. That upper area, oftentimes when you get pullbacks and retracements into that zone and they start to find some support again, that allows for a new base and a new setting, a new confirmation move back to the upside. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.